Power 104.1, the source, Memphis #1 Southern Soul and R&B station. This is your man, Tate Jones, on the microphone. Say it with me now.
Tate Jones on the microphone.
And I want to welcome everybody out to the Tate Jones Show. This Memorial Day edition. I'm so excited about the guests that we got in this Power Studios today. So go tell a friend to tell another friend that Tate Jones is on the microphone. And today's guest is one of Memphis' own, Miss Queen Hines. Yeah, she is in the building today. We're going to take a few commercial breaks right now, but we will be right back with the Queen Hines. Power 104.1, the source, Memphis #1 Southern Soul and R&B station. This is your main man, Tate Jones, on the microphone. And again, I'd like to welcome everybody out to the Tate Jones Show Memorial Day edition. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you could, please put your hands together for a warm round of applause from Memphis' own Miss Queen Hines. How you doing today, Ms. Hines?
I'm blessed by the best.
That is great because I'm supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling today, and I'm so excited to finally get you in the Power Studio.
It's a pleasure to be here. I've been waiting.
I know we've been going back and forth, but we're gonna get that date together.
We got it.
But we got you in the Power Studio finally. Now, just in case there's some young folks out there that don't know who Queen Hines is, give us a brief overview of who the Queen is.
I'm Queen Hines. I got the name Queen Hines from the Italians. I lived over there for 3 years, and they named me Queen Hines. But I was born in Memphis. This is my home. Memphis is my home. I went to Hamilton High School. I went to Alsea Elementary, Corey, and Hamilton High School. And I come from a family of music, Rufus Thomas and Carla Thomas. And so I started my career out. I've been singing since I was 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
And the first song that I was singing was Walk On By. If you see me walking down the streets and I start to cry each time we meet, walk on by. And my mama said, girl, you can sing. And I'm like, okay. But so I entered talent shows.
Mm-hmm.
At Alsea Elementary. I did Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy is rich, but your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. So I've been singing all my life.
And you still singing. I love it.
All my life.
I love it. I love it. Now, you said the Italians
gave
you that name. Go ahead and elaborate on that a little bit more.
I was on tour at the Paretta Festival with Graziano and with Jay Blackfoot. He booked us. So I came back after a tour, and my manager at the time, Tate Walker, rest his soul, he called me. He said, they want you to come back to Italy. I said, okay, let me think about it. He said, the only thing, they want you back by yourself. And I said, oh, wait a minute, Kato, let me think. So I hung up the phone and I thought about it. I said, well, I'm single.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter just went off to college. What am I there around for?
There you go.
So I went 2 weeks, turned into 3 years. I lived there in the mountains in Pavulo.
Wow.
And my own apartment. And then I started booking acts. I had my own company, Queen Anne European Tours.
Wow.
And I booked different artists, Blackfoot, Lynn White, and a lot of people out of Detroit, Michigan, and me and Tony Gentry and Lanier and a few other people went back. And so, like I said, 2 weeks turned into 3 years, and I did 9 tours.
Wow.
In 1 year, I worked with a company called Ruth Boeing Agency out of New York, Carl Hunter, and I booked Dionne Warwick
Hmm.
at the Vatican for the Pope.
Oh, wow. Did you just hear that?
Yeah.
You booked for the actual Pope.
I booked Dionne Warwick for the Pope, and got a pleasure. It was a pleasure sitting there with her, meeting her, and I sang at the cathedrals over there. Ave Maria, Ave Maria,
Right.
Grazia plena, Maria Grazia plena. And I didn't know the funny thing about it. Homer Banks and Lester Snells produced me. And so he was like, can you sing Ave Maria? I said, well, who is that? Where she live? And my daughter was teasing Mama. We all did Ave Maria in school. So they had to call a Latin teacher in to teach me how to roll my R's.
Right.
And it's Ave Maria. Maria. Maria.
Okay.
Ave Maria. Grazia plena. And so when I do it, perform the song, everybody's like, she's singing it? But I studied it because it was a challenge.
Well, let me ask you this question. Let's go on this timeline. What era are we talking about? When was the years when you was over there for those 3 years? Like when?
You gonna do me like that?
Yeah, we want to know. We're trying to work this
Okay,
up to today.
I toured. I did my last tour.
Was it the 60s, the 70s?
2000. No, I was in 19. I started in 1994, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And I did my last tour in Italy. I want to say 2003.
2003. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, I've been to Italy once. I was coming back from Dubai, and I had a layover in Italy. So I didn't get a chance to leave the airport, but I can say, hey, I have been to Italy.
You got to go and just see everything. It's so beautiful. I lived in the mountains in Pavulo, a little town called Pavulo, near Modena, near Bologna. And I would be in the mountains, and once we go down in the valley, sun. Nothing's sunlight. Then I would go back home to the apartment, snow. I mean, snow up to your waist.
Wow.
But it's beautiful over there. You got to get out and see. They have little things they have every Saturday where you can go into town and the markets and buy different things. It's just a beautiful vino.
I tell everybody that I would compare Memphis to any other city in the world when it comes to music because we have such a rich music heritage. Now, you talking about Italy. Now, either last year or the year before last, Al Capizzi told me he went over to Italy.
Graziano.
So he was the first ever rapper to be invited out to perform at that festival.
Yes, at Paretta Festival. As a matter of fact, Jerome Chisholm did it last year. Kirk Clayton has a group that he takes over there. He's working with the Graziano.
Okay.
And Chick Rogers, Tony Green, all of us. I've been going over in Italy now since the early 80s. With Rufus, they named the park after Rufus over there.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's the Rufus Thomas Park. The Paretta Festival been going on for years.
Right.
And I was there with Ann Peoples. Oh.
And she's from Memphis too, right?
Yeah.
Originally, yeah.
Yeah. Ann Peoples and her husband Don, he passed not too long ago. Eddie Floyd. I did a tour with Eddie Floyd over there, all over Rome, Sardinia. Sardinia is a beautiful island over there. And I booked through my agency, I booked Memphis artists, musicians, some musicians out of Florida, and some musicians that played with Tremaine Hawkins out of Detroit, two guys named Derek. And I booked them, and it was doing pretty good. I worked with Andrea Nani, was my promoter, and I had an Italian band. I was sending my sheet music, everything I wanted, and I would get there, and also my close dear friend Thomas Bingham, the guitarist, legendary Thomas Bingham. He was with me on all the tours.
Really?
All the tours.
Now he has 4 daughters, something like that.
Who?
Thomas Bingham. Now he's from Memphis, right?
Yeah, he's a guitar player.
Right, because I remember somebody was doing an article on him, and I think his daughters was on there talking about
Marcellus did a thing on him, I know, for sure, but Thomas is, when I say a legendary, it was so funny as we was over there once with I worked with Solomon Burke too,
Right.
in Italy, and Solomon heard him and just fell in love with him, and he is really not recognized like he should be. Thomas worked over with Pops Mitchell for over 20 years over there,
Okay.
and now he's play around, but he's one of the best writers, producers. If you say, he told me one night on stage, he said, you're singing a little too sharp. I said, huh? When that's the old saying, he could hear on a cotton,
Right.
his ear. He is so talented.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
he's so talented.
Now, you told me before we got on the air that you spent, what, 31 years with Jay Blackfoot?
31 years.
Now, how did it all start? I know you said you started singing when you was 5, but how did you make that correlation? How did it all happen?
It was so funny. I grew up listening to Doris Day, Roberta Flack, Dionne Warwick, my idol. Okay. And I love that kind of music because Homer Banks and Lester Snells were my producers, and they said that you're that Southern girl with that Eastern voice. So I started out, I was singing with a group called Spirit with Pizzazz. And the group had, at one time, Jewel Jones, Chick Rogers, Rhonda Meade, Mary Burgess, and I ended up being the last female with them. So I worked with them, and this guy came, Greg McIntosh. He said, Blackfoot looking for a vocalist. And I said, really? He said, well, that's what I think I'm gonna leave the group, this other group, Apocalypse. Not Apocalypse. Apocalypse who with Donald Brown. And so I left and went to a rehearsal and met Blackfoot in audition. So I waited. A week later, he called me back. And he still had Cheryl Dean with him. And he was under Blackfoot then, not the Soul Children. And so I went, and he said, I need you to learn Sweetie He Is. I said, I already know it. I need you to learn who said, he said, she said you did it. I said, I already know it. Everything he called, I be the other woman. I already know it. So he did a rehearsal right then and there on the spot. I was singing everything.
You already
he said,
hit it.
You hired.
Just instantly right
he
there.
said, you hired.
Well, that's good. I tell a lot of artists now, I say, you got to be ready. You never know when you might get that opportunity, but be ready at all times.
Yeah, at all times. Like I tell some of the artists that I work with at the club, I'm trying to help the younger generation because I've turned 70 years old. And I'm just out here trying to help and teach them, show them the ropes if they listen.
Let me tell you something funny. When we went to Marcella's event, the Marquis of Soul, you took a picture.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. I take a picture with a lot of artists, a lot of celebrities, just a lot of fans. But for some reason, I got several comments saying, is that your wife? Is that your wife? Is that your wife? I'm like, what makes... I don't know.
So we look like husband and wife now. So we husband and wife. Oh, sweetie.
That just blew my mind right there. I said, wow. As many pictures as I typed and put online.
Is that your wife? Out of all the pictures. Is that your wife?
Right.
But I'm glad you're doing this. I'm so happy because you're opening a lot of doors for a lot of people.
We're trying to.
You're opening a lot of doors for a lot of people. Like I said, back to the young people, I try to help and do. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. They don't call me the legendary Queen Anne Hines for nothing. Younger people, y'all need to listen. Listen. These artists coming up, my son, Bird Williams, I call all of my children my sons. Bird, I talked with him. Bird said he wanted to do something to get together with the young musicians, with people like me, Tony Green, Chick Rogers, Thomas Bingham, and have a little meeting to sit and tell them.
That'd be great.
And but this society now, the musicians, I'm so disappointed in how they come dressed on stage. It's terrible. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's terrible. Y'all need to stop coming on stage with these T-shirts. I can see if you're in uniform, like the band is playing at the club. They're in uniform now with T-shirts on. All of them have the same T-shirt on. But you come into the club playing in the band with your hat cocked to the side, a T-shirt, and like you just got off a construction job or something. Y'all need to put on some clothes.
That's the same thing I heard Mr. A say. He said, "You come in here,
put on some clothes.
You ain't gonna get paid. You come in here like you just got out of bed."
Yeah.
Cause he said, you think about it, when back in the day when a person had a show, he said they would get a woman money, go get her nails, get her hair and everything done. The guy go to the barber shop, get shaved, they'll get a great haircut.
Yeah.
They get a new outfit. So if everybody dressing up to come see you, and you look like you just rolled out of bed, that's not in the business.
No, and I'm like, I got to see it, and it's nothing personal. It's just the younger generation musicians, y'all, please listen. Stop playing in a world of your own. Your unit, play as a unit. I don't need to hear your extra notes and this and that. Don't have to do this here because you're trying to be seen. Stay in the pocket. A drummer stays in pocket with the bass player. They're in the pocket. Watch. A good drummer's going to watch everything on this stage. But when you're playing together, play together. Don't try to be shy and I can do this note. I can do that note. We all can do notes. So musicians, y'all come together and just rehearse. See, we used to rehearse. We used to rehearse every week. Y'all don't rehearse no more. I can tell the difference. When you get up on that stage and start playing, I said, what's that they playing? And then you take blues is blues. Blues is blues. Blues is blues. So stop trying to take it somewhere else. Please, musicians, listen.
Well, y'all heard it right there. We're getting ready to take a commercial break real quick, but we'll be right back here on the Take Jones Show with the Queen and Hines. Power 104.1, the source, Memphis #1 Southern Soul and R&B station. You tuned in right now to the Tate Jones Show. And I'm in the Power Studios with the Queen, Ann Hines, and she is giving some lessons and making some dictations going out today. So all you younger Southern soul blues artists, y'all definitely listen up. And like young guy said, take heed.
I try. That's what I do. I try to help the younger musicians and entertainers out here, the artists. And I have a few that they really listen. And I just want to say thank you to the people that call me Mama Queen and show me love and listen to me. I had one guy, Trey Johnson, sit there with me every Sunday, and he just listened. I said, watch, listen, you learn. Because we used to go out to the shows. Mm-hmm. Every band, it would be at a different club every night. Every band in the city of Memphis would be at that club. All the other bands, you had all Spirit with Pizzazz, Clockwise, U-Turn, all of them.
Let me ask you this now. I done went to other cities, and me being a promoter myself, and normally when the show is over with, let's say for instance like St. Louis, they'll have like a jam section where it'd be mostly artists, mostly musicians. Now, is there somewhere like that in Memphis? Am I missing out? Or is there like a jam session where musicians have
We're going to do jam session at the club.
Now, when you say at the club, you got to tell all the Power fans what you're talking about.
The Blue Worm Blues Club don't play every Sunday night.
And it's going down tonight, right?
Yeah, every Sunday night tonight. Yeah, it's going on tonight. Ooh, baby. We got Mr. Sam and the Get Up Band.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Sam and Mr. Lamar and the Get Up Band. Mr. Sam got a new line dance out. So that's what's going to happen tonight, y'all. So y'all get ready to come on out. I got a list right here I'm going to tell y'all. I'm 70 years old, so y'all got to bear with me.
That's all right.
So
take your time.
Mother's Day, we got Mr. Sam and Work the Middle. And the colors are red, white, and blue. So get there early. No reserved tables. And then on Sunday, Father's Day, the 21st, we got Deshaun, New Soul, and me. They decided to bring me back, Queen Ann Hines. And then Maxine, the owner's wife, Maxine, she's having her birthday Sunday, June 29th, and she got Terry Wright. So y'all get ready for all of this. And I'm going to give away 2 tickets.
That sounds like a plan right there. Now, tell me a song that we can play right now for the Power fans and the listeners that you're on. Which song would you say?
Let me see. Just one lifetime of loving you, honey, won't be long enough. Ooh, don't you know that I love you till all the rivers run dry, my loving turn to dust. Me and Jay Blackfoot.
That sound like Jay Blackfoot. All right.
Yeah.
Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna let you go ahead and introduce the song right now.
Okay, this song here that's coming up, it went platinum, it went gold. Nothing like it. Wrote by Homer Banks for his lovely wife Rose. Just one lifetime.
Oh yeah, that's a classic right there. That is a classic. I grew up on that kind of music. I'm not gonna lie to you. Down in Jackson, Tennessee, you know, we had Denise LaSalle and Superwolf. We had the radio station down there. So, oh yeah, he used to bring them to Jackson all the time.
You know, Just One Lifetime was a single.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And Homer called me. He said, "We want to try something." I said, "What?" "We want to try to see if this will work as a duet." I said, "Okay." Meet me at the studio. We were over there built the Barcade studio over on Raina. And got over there. I did 2 cuts. I said, "Let me try some of this." They said, "No, the song is perfect." That's how Just One Lifetime came up as a duet.
Wow.
It was a single at first.
Now, I know earlier you mentioned some people that influenced your singing career. And I always ask this single question, your Mount Rushmore of singers that influence you. And that's 4 people. So go ahead and give us those 4 people that really influenced your musical career.
Roberta Flack, Doris Day, Carla Thomas, and of course, Rufus is more than 4. Jay Blackfoot. He sat me down, and once I got with him, I went out on the road with him, and I did. Sheraberdina did 1 show, and Sherber left the group, and he said, "Can you handle it?" I said, "Yeah, I can handle it." But let me share this with you. Before he left, I went in audition for him. He left me a CD and told me to learn the whole CD. It was Jay Blackfoot's CD. And I learned the whole CD, and I had to learn when he got back. Went out on the road. The next week, Sheraberdine left the group. He said, "You know you by yourself." I said, "Okay." And I was kind of nervous. I said, "Okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?" And I prayed about it. And that one time ended up with me being with Blackfoot for 31 years.
Wow. That's amazing, right there.
31 years. I lived half of my life out there on the road with him. And he was like, he fussed.
You know, I've seen the biopic on James Brown, and definitely I think he done that festival too in Italy. But they say he was real strict, you know.
It's good though.
Yeah.
It's good though. People just don't know. It's not that we being hard on you. If you listen, you're going to learn. And I used to get so angry with my manager, Cato Walker, Jay Blackfoot, when they would fuss at me. And I said, Blackfoot would actually have me crying. I get so angry, I be crying. And when talk, I turn my head. He said, "You got your head turned." Then he pull me to the side. He said, "Baby, listen to me. I'm telling you this because I love you. I see the potentials in you." He said, "And I got things to do." So once we did that Just One Lifetime, I would get to the club. When everybody there, I'm always running out to the bar, getting me a drink and watching the band. And I'm sitting in the dressing room with Blackfoot this particular time. He said, "You know you can't go back out that door." I said, "Huh?" He said, "You becoming a star. You can't do like you used to. So to be a star, you got to act like a star."
Yeah.
And so with that being said, he influenced me and taught me so much. And I listened, I watched like Denise LaSalle, Betty Wright. They were performing, I be on the side of the stage watching. You watch these artists, they're good, they listen, they learn. You learn. You have to watch them.
Gotta be humble.
You gotta grow. You have to be.
And
you know, it's not that we're trying to say that we know so much, but we do. But just listen. If you listen, you can become better. You can learn from a child, but if you listen to artists Like me, I've been out here. I'm 70 years old now. I was with Jay Blackford for 31 years. And I don't know everything, but I know a lot. But if you listen, watch, and just watch. Musicians, y'all need to come on. I'm steady saying that for the mere fact that because y'all playing over the artists. And when the artist comes to tell you to come down, break down, you in a world of your own. And it's not going to work.
You know, I remember seeing a video, and it was B.B. King and Memphis On from Rosemark, Tennessee, Bobby Blue Bland. And I want to say it was at Bobby Blue Bland's 80th birthday.
I sang. I was on this show.
Yeah.
I did a Be the Other Woman in Hollywood from Chicago was playing, band playing with me. It was his birthday party.
So I remember B.B. King, he was playing. I think he was saying, well, you know, Bobby, I'm a little older than you, so he might have been 83, 84, something like that. But the thing that caught my attention, even in his 80s, he had a musical ear. Because I remember him turning around telling the band to do this, I do that, or they was too loud. It was something he was telling the band. I'm thinking, this man is 80-something years old, but he still got that musical ear to let the band, hey, no, you sharp, or you
go back to
loud.
that cotton on that cotton. Go back to that, you know, because we know, and a real musician is going to respect the other musician. That's what it is. They're not respecting each other.
Okay.
You got to respect each other. You got to have respect, period. But the keyboard player playing all this here all over the vocals. Come on, y'all.
Well, I think what it is now in today's society, I would say, you know, you got a lot of reality TV shows. You can make your own reality show online. So everybody, I think, in my opinion, trying to get that breakout moment where someone may see them and may lead to something else. So a lot of that may be coming from that. It may not, but I'm just putting one and one together and trying to get two, and everybody's trying to stand out. And that may come from what you're talking about.
It is.
What you see, you know.
It is. I see a lot of artists, these young artists that's coming up, I'm not calling names. We call them superstars. Not superstars. Superstars. I got that name from Thomas too. And you're out here trying to act like, quit saying after you record a song, oh, I got a hit. You got a hit when you see it playing on that radio and being out there. That's when you got a hit. But stop being so cocky and don't nobody know you. You got to get out of here and see one thing, another thing Blackfoot told me. He said, your fans can make or break you.
That's true.
So
that's true.
People meet me. Some may say I'm not cocky. I'm really not cocky. I'm really a nice person. I just sit back and watch and observe a lot. But to meet me, I'm really a sweet person until you see make that other side come out of me. But I listen, I watch, I learn. And that's what these artists today, artists and musicians need to do. Listen and learn. Stop coming out here like you all this and that. You're trying to get known. And I'm trying to help you. A lot of old artists like me, we're trying to help you. But you listen, that's why I love my Bird so much. Bird Williams and Courtney. I had my birthday party with Bird, Courtney, Chick Rogers, and Anisha King. That's my 70th. That's what I wanted. And God blessed me to have that. But I sit down, these people listen.
Makes a difference.
They listen.
Makes a difference.
And I wouldn't mind getting with some of these musicians or artists that's singing, vocals, you know, or whatever. And if you listen to me, I'll tell you. And no charge. It's no charge. I help you.
Yeah, we might have to try to put something together like that. Because I like being a bridge myself, being a bridge between the older experienced artists and the up-and-coming artists. But let me ask you this question. Before we get out of this interview, tell me, what would you like the people to take away from this interview today about the Queen, Ann Hines?
First, take from me that I love God. He's number one in my life. I can't do nothing without him. We have prayer every morning, Monday through Friday at 10. Anybody welcome to join us, just dial my number. I love music. Music is my passion. And I'm at the Blues Club every Sunday, hosting, sometimes singing. I'll be doing some shows too. But I would love for everybody to come out. It's a grown folks atmosphere, no trouble. We got double security there. But I'm here to help you. I want to help you. I don't mind helping you. I'm not charging anything. But all I want you to do is listen and learn. If you listen and learn, you'll become something. But if you don't, you young folks, y'all got a hard head. But if you want to learn something, take it from somebody like me, somebody that's been out here a long time. I was with Jay Black for 31 years, and it was a blessing. And I learned a lot by listening to Blackfoot, Tyrone Davis, Denise LaSalle, Betty Wright, all of us. I learned, I watched, I learned. So that's all. We're not trying to take over and try to tell y'all don't know nothing. Talented. Y'all very talented. But you don't want to listen. So as far as me, I love everybody. I might get a little, sometimes we all human nature, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't mean no harm, but come out. You see me, take time. I give you my number. I don't mind helping, and I'm there for you. As a matter of fact, Sheba first came out. Mm-hmm. Look on her first CD. Inspirational from Queen. She got Hines on there. Because I sit Sheba down and we talked a long time. She put a Queen Golden was back then. She put her first single out. She got my name on there.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, are you on social media?
Yeah.
Okay, tell everybody where they can follow you and find you.
You can follow me as Queen Ann Hines or Ann Hines. I got on the pink Ann Hines because I had some pages, but they hacked my phone. You can find me on there. On my email is Queen Ann Hines, the number 5@gmail.com. You can reach me there, but you can reach me every Sunday. And you walk in that building at the Blue One Blues Club, 1405 Airways Boulevard. I'm there every Sunday. Been there right now for 3.5 years, and we still rolling.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, everybody, we really appreciate y'all tuning in today to the Tate Jones Show on this Memorial Day edition. So again, tonight at the Blue Worm, you got Mr. Sam and you got Mr. Lamar and the Get Up Band. So y'all, I think the tickets are only $20.
$20, and I'm hosting. So come on through there, but get there early. Come on, y'all better get there now. Y'all see it's tonight now.
It's
tonight now. It's tonight now, so you done heard this here. So get there early, get your seat, because ain't gonna be no reserved seats, because it's gonna be crowded.
What time does that start? What time? Doors open?
Doors open at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock tonight.
7 o'clock. I'll be there at 6:30.
Gotta get there early, right?
Yeah, you gotta get there early.
Well, again, this is your man Tate Jones on the microphone. Queen, can I get you to say that with me?
Tate Jones on the microphone.
Power 104.1, The Source, Memphis #1 and only 7 soul and R&B station. Until next Sunday, I'll see you.
See ya. That was good. I know I didn't talk too much.